Yes, you are. Hey, welcome everyone. It's time for another episode of Quotes with Reddington. We're gonna get right to it. Here is Emoji J, my admin. He's got a nice little video clip for us.
Don't wanna talk about the future. Don't wanna talk about the things I've done. I got nothing more to say. Stop trying so hard, you're in my face. You like to hang around different dudes every night in new high. I bet that you would steal my oxygen if you could. To the side, come on, step away, you would pay. You can call me out when you're gone. It's me, no one else but me. Get the hint, you're out. To the side, come on, step away. You can call me out. You got excuses for everything. I'm the music, can't steal my wind. Put a pin in it, set your lips on the real eclipse. Darling, look at me in the sexy light. That's the weak of my skin, wait for that fight. I'm not the light, but I'm always lighting, not uptight. Oh, to the side, come on, step away, you would pay. You can call me out. When you're gone, it's me, no one else but me. Get the hint, you're out. To the side, come on, step away. You can call me out.
Hey, all right. Thank you, everyone. That was Emoji J with a nice little video clip for you guys. And welcome, everyone. This is Quotes with Reddington. About an hour-long segment here. We have 5 contestants here, and bragging rights, and participation from the audience is always what we need. Keep the comments coming, and we do crown a winner at the end. Popular vote. The top gifter gets the past 2 votes. Could be a difference maker. We have some reigning champions in the comments. I know we got at least one. And, there's been some contestants here that's been here before. They're looking to get their chance back. So if I would like to introduce our first contestant, if he's ready, Masterpiece. I met this guy at Live Fest. If you're at the ready, sir, we're going to conduct like a mini interview and get to know who Masterpiece is. And with that being said, here he comes. And ultimately, he's going to give us some quotes. All right. I got to use my cheat device here so I can actually make sure I'm in front of the camera.
Hey, Reddington. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here. And what, you're still traveling back from Live Fest yourself?
No, I'm at a home base in New York, not my home though.
New York. Okay. I visited there a couple weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. I can only imagine. So one of your, this guy's got multiple homes, no, it's good.
Facts.
That's it. Don't ask him for a loan, right?
I only do high interest loans. Watch out.
The high interest loans. Okay. So, and then if somebody owed you money, are you going to break some ankles? Break some, you know what I mean?
Not me personally. Somebody's going to visit them.
You got some friends, that Mickey Mantle bat,
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, Masterpiece, let's get right to it here, shall we? So tell us your experience. What brought you to the app? How long you been on the app? Give us some facts.
So I have actually been with POF since 2009, long before we had streaming on here. I used POF intermittently throughout my younger life. to meet people, potentially for romance or just in general to meet people. I met my first wife on POF. Um, and then fast forward a bit through my second marriage, when we separated, I traveled back to New York for the first time in years to work on the property and everything. And I got on the app. I found out there was an app at that point because it used to be just a website. I found out there was an app and I signed onto it with the intention of meeting people in the area where I grew up, because most of my friends were either grown and moved off or grown and working all the time, no time to hang out, do fun stuff. I was looking for some new acquaintances in the area, and I actually wound up catching up with an old acquaintance that was significantly younger than me in the past, and we wound up dating for a bit and experimenting with the stream and learning all about it. I spent 8 months playing with the stream, exploring, being in the undercurrent. I didn't have a VIP. I didn't have a ring. I wasn't dropping anything more than video roses. And that was just kind of how I moved in the background to decide what 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 was going to be the incentive for me to invest time, energy, emotion, and everything on this app.
So we could say you're an OG. You way back. I started on the Meet Me side of the store, and eventually came over to the POF. Slightly different experience for me. But were you always then on POF?
I was always on POF. Yep. I do have accounts on the other platforms because I think it's valuable to be able to share with people, hey, this is how you do this on this app. This is how you do this on that app.
Right. And if you want to communicate with someone, you kind of have to. If you're not on POF and I'm on POF, we can't communicate. Maybe one day they can look into that. I don't know, but I know if you're on Meet Me, you can communicate with Meet Me and Scout, and I'm not sure
Definitely.
which ones they can't communicate with, but
Uh, Another factor too is that when you send a blast, if you're on POF, I send a blast, it only goes out to my POF followers. But if I can get followers on my Meet Me platform, then that Meet Me account can send a blast for me as well. And I don't know if people know that you guys can send blasts when you're not streaming.
yes, 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 absolutely. Once an hour, once an hour.
Yep, once an hour
And
still.
yeah, so speaking of which, I got to put a blast here. A good man to remind me, quotes of
There you
Reddington.
go. There you go. Get in there.
Yep, I was waiting. I did it at 6 o'clock, and I was waiting, to do it at 7. And so, Masterpiece, you made it to a top badge, boss badge at least once.
Mhm.
Um, and how long you been a boss top badge?
I've been a top badge for 1 month.
Oh,
I got my top badge on the 13th of October, Friday the 13th.
oh my gosh, nice.
Yep. And I was a boss badge last year. I was a boss badge in, I believe it was April, May, and June, or March, April, and May. I can't recall exactly which. And one thing that many people discover if they do get as far as getting a boss badge is it brings a whole different level of attention. And from the middle of the second month I had boss to the end of the third month I had boss, my boss badge was off 100% of the time. I did not turn it on for anything.
Any preferences? Is it because people would expected you to drop?
It was kind of to thin the herd of all the clout chasers that came to follow me and join
Oh,
me and talk to me in the first month that I had the boss badge. I kind of picked up a whole bunch of followers, and then when I hid the badge, then they went ahead and fell off if they weren't genuine supporters.
well, Masterpiece, we got a good idea of who you are. You have some material prepared for us.
I do, and I can be flexible to share as much or as little of this with you as is
I
appropriate.
I would tell you, we ran a little. We didn't start right away. We're doing an hour regardless, one way or another.
Okay.
And hey, please, everyone, pay attention to the quotes and try to stick around if you can. One way, shape, or form. That way, you can know if you're the winner. And it's audience participation. Top gifter of the stream gets the cash 2 votes. So, with that being said, sir, I'm going to mute myself as you go ahead and give us some quotes. Self-made poem
Uh,
story. I mean, Jolie
all,
over Jolly
all
over here had
self-made, and give
some
me a
of
sign
the
if I need to
quotes.
slow it down and bring it to a close.
All right, you got it, my man. Go.
All right, so I'm going to share with you some quotes that I've actually copyrighted to use for promotion, self-promotion, and on the platform. Some of you may have seen some of these if you've received business cards from me at any of these events. The one that's on my bio is, as my network grows, so grows my net worth. And that one means a lot to me because it's not about hoarding money to me. It's about collecting relationships, collecting friends and acquaintances and associates and business networking partners. Those are invaluable. Those are worth more than money will ever be worth to me. And for those of you that have seen my journey on the app, you know that I'm level 93. I obviously have been throwing my weight around out here, and a lot of people would say, oh, you didn't really, nobody came back and reciprocated. You should be higher. You should have more diamonds, whatever. It's not about that. It's about the relationships that I've gotten out of this. Those are priceless, and they will continue to be. That's how I feel that my net worth grows. The next one I wanted to share with you is one that only went on cards that went to admins. So you guys probably haven't seen this one. It goes, don't just tell us your dream, achieve and show your stream. And what that means to me is we can be all talk. We can talk about our dreams and our hopes and our wishes and stuff, but the less we talk and the more we do, that's what people see. That's what has a positive impact on others. I can talk all I want about my dreams and my hopes and what I want to accomplish, but it's better for me to just give hints here and there and then accomplish it and show everybody or do it on the stream. I have one last one for you that's nice and quick. And this one is one that's going to be on shirts eventually when I have merch. It may go on some other materials as well. And that is, teamwork makes the stream work. There are so many ways to support a streamer. Teamwork makes the stream work. If we all work together, we all grow. People can support my stream, for example, by promoting it elsewhere, by changing their names or adding my emojis or adding my family name. They can come into my stream and run up the comments and remind people to hit the star and favorite. They can come and run up hearts. They can pull up for events like this and support. We can give gifts. We can level up. We can give each other advice and support for when we're dealing with difficult things in our lives or in our streams. And so for me, it's all about the teamwork for us all to grow together.
And now let me go ahead and make that small again because it makes it easier for me to be able to see myself there. Those are some wonderful quotes. And like I said, guys, stick around in the comments because, we like to crown bragging rights for a winner here. Can you give us the quick rundown of the 3 quotes one last time? Make it quick if you can. That way
Yes,
we can
sir.
really hear those words.
As my network grows, so grows my net worth. Don't just tell us your dream, achieve and show your stream. And teamwork makes the stream work.
Those were fantastic, and thank you for your time. And, I got to meet this guy, we had a good conversation. We had good conversations afterwards. How's that? We've had good conversations afterwards.
Definitely.
And, he's a great guy. I got to meet him and, he even got me food and, whew, I was starving, that whiteout dance party hit us all.
That part.
Hey, Masterpiece, thank you for your time and thank you for playing in the quotes with Reddington. And I hope maybe the odds be forever in your favor. You know how
Ah, I
that
like that
goes.
quote.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
All
very much,
right.
Reddington.
All right. We need our next quoter. For those that are getting here, this is Quotes with Reddington. Please, if you're here, new here, hit the star next to my name. This segment is, it's about an hour long segment if we can. Quotes with Reddington. We have a lineup of contestants. I read from a script as best as I can, and we try to stay on this time schedule. So with that being said, I know who our next quoter is. She's been a contestant before. She's itching to make a return and take that crown. If we can please get Vampy. Can we get Vampy in Masterpiece? I'm a guy that allows people to vote for themselves. Yes, I do. If you want to vote for yourself, but if you also want to cast the vote, I will, it's up to you. I accept bribes. If we can have Vampy request a box,
Hi.
Vampy is back and I want to say you've made a presence before, and I appreciate you making a return. You
I'm
know,
really glad to be here.
oh my gosh, and you're a great person. I've got to have some great conversations with you, on and off the stream. Somehow or another, the odds of us both having Chinese buffet at the same time, just in different states, was uncanny. I was like, wait, are you like here in the restaurant with me or something? What are you saying? You know?
It was wild. I was like, I was so shocked to just to find out that you was also at New China's buffet too. At the same time, I was like, what?
Well, it's a buffet style, all you can eat. And this guy here, despite his size, can eat. I mean, you have no idea, you know? Well, Vampy, how is, your streaming going? Give us a rundown once again of who you are. Let's go in order here. Who are you? What brought you to the app? And ultimately, you got some shows and Masterpiece. I apologize for not mentioning what shows you have coming up. Maybe you have some items too, and feel free to drop it in the comments. My apologies for getting that. Vampy,
Mhm.
go ahead. Give us a rundown. I'll mute myself for a little bit so you don't have any interruptions.
All right. Well, my name is Vampy. I've been on the app since 2016. When I first started, the app was just on chat only. Um, in 2017, the live feature was announced onto Meet Me. Um, I pretty much didn't do live streaming back then because I pretty much just stayed in the comments and watched people do their lives. I'm also an admin for a few shows on the app as well. I have a like a list for the sake of the show. We're not gonna go through everyone, but also I new host myself for my own show. It's called Vampire Musical Madness every Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is my show that I host every Tuesday. If y'all want to come by and check it out, it's more welcome to. Also have an auction day in November 12th. I forgot the time, but if y'all ready for me to jump into quotes, I will get into that. I did copyright these quotes. So the first quote is from the wife of the 26th president.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt you. They asked you, what was your show again, if you would be so
Uh,
kind.
Vampy's Musical Madness.
And I'm letting Vampy do her thing because this is not her first time being here. All right. So like she knows what to do, and this is why I get to mute myself.
All right. So, like I said, I covered the quotes. So the first one is from the wife of the 26th president. So here's the quote, how the quote goes. When you give joy to the other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. This is by Eleanor Roosevelt. All right. So here we go into my second quote. So the same quote came from this author who wrote The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. He said, "Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that can become great to you." This is by Mark Twain. And then my last and final quote is from, I would say it's a show person. And I'm gonna give you a little hint. It goes, "Won't you be my neighbor?" So his quote says, "There are three ways to eliminate ultimate success. First way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind, and third way is to be kind." And that is from Mr. Rogers.
Oh my gosh, you got to appreciate the Mister Rogers quote.
Of course.
Wait a second, Vampy, we need some clarification. Uh, are you old enough to know the show, Mister Rogers? I mean, we need a little clarification, sir.
It
You
was
know.
when I was growing up. It was still coming on TV, so I remember watching it on PBS Kids. They always had Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Thomas the Train, Sesame Street, all that. So
Oh my gosh, Thomas the Train. I remember the kids used to call me Thomas the Train or Thomas English Muffins. And I was like, at the time, I was like, don't be picking on me, but hey, those are still cool names nowadays. You know what I mean? You know what's up with that. But so yeah, this is not your first time being here. This is why I got to kind of mute myself a little bit. And so what do you think of your odds this week? Are you gonna take home that crown? Is
hopefully,
this going to be the week?
hopefully, he kept
You
you that
know?
crown on the show.
Hey, one day you have to get me on your show too, since I'll be
Oh
off
yeah,
still a couple more weeks here.
yeah.
And and this time I'm all dressed up. See, King and I are out of sync. He's not dressed up, but I'm dressed up. Vampy, quick rundown with those quotes one more time so everyone could hear.
All right. Okay, let's start from the top. When you give joy to other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. Second quote: Stay away from those people who try to disparage your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that can become great to you. And then the last quote: there are three ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, and the third way is to be kind.
That was fantastic. That was fantastic. And wait, where was the Mister Rogers quote in there?
That's
Did,
the last one I just said. Just to be
Yeah,
kind.
yeah, yeah. Don't forget that one because that one's important. I was like, oh my gosh, won't you be my neighbor? Well, Vampy, it was always a pleasure having you,
Of
and
course.
we
Thanks for
look
having me.
forward to seeing if maybe you get the crown yourself as champion this week. I do accept bribes, money talks, and you can vote for yourself on my show. I don't care what anyone else says. I've been on shows where I was the top gifter and one of the talents, and they said, "Oh, you can't vote for yourself," and I'm like, "What's the point of that being the top gifter then?"
That's
They're like,
right.
come on. But we've had people be the top gifter and they gave the vote to someone else. So I I'm I take bribes. Okay. Vampy, it was always a pleasure. Thank
Of
you so
course.
much for being here.
Thank you.
And up next, if we could have I'm going to bribe. So Vampy wins. Whoa. Okay, okay, okay. Wow. Okay. Up next, we have our third contestant. We have Fairy Godmother. If you could please buzz the box. I also got to meet her at Live Fest. I might have gotten poked in the eye by a wing, and yeah, I might have, but
Are you
no
me
serious
fault?
injuries. You know,
These wings
uh,
right here, actually.
no serious injuries took place. But Fairy Godmother, did anyone else sustain a poke with the wings, or was I
Not to
just the
my
only?
knowledge, no.
So I was just the lucky
You
person.
were the
The
unlucky one. Yeah. I still don't have a voice back from Live Fest because I talked so much. So excuse my voice tonight. It's a bit growly.
whoa! See, wait, you did a lot of talking. I did a lot of
A lot.
drinking.
I don't
So
drink. I don't drink alcohol. So, I'm sober enough to go around and I wore this costume, so everybody knows, to Live Fest. Otherwise, they would have just thought I was some old lady crashing a really good party. And yeah, I'm in character. To me, this is my character. And it gives me the confidence to just barge into anybody and, hi, I'm Fairy Godmother. Like, how do you like me so far?
It is funny that you mentioned the crash in the party. I was swimming, and I got the conversation with a guy that now lived in SoCal, and he was like, "Hey man, you think I can sneak in?" And I was like, "I
Mm,
don't think it's gonna happen." And I was like, "They got security and everything, so I mean, like, you can. I wouldn't recommend it. They will escort you out." I was like, "But if you feeling brave, I guess you can try." I mean, there was people there that didn't have a ticket to Live Fest that still like hung out in the lobby,
yeah.
and they were offering some. There was like 25 online tickets to the event, for Saturday that you could acquire. That it was more. I will promise you that, but they
Well,
were offering
I
tickets to
would
those
say
that.
if anyone ever gets offered a chance to go to an event like Live Fest, go. But don't stick your nose in your live stream all the time. Network. That's what you're there to do. Network, network, network.
I myself did minimum amount of
Me
streaming.
too.
I was either that group shirt that I got. I'd be more than happy to show that thing. Um, I have had some offers on the group shirt
Is that
that I
right?
have. Yeah, I got two of them,
Wow.
and since I wore one, and then I had another one that everyone signed at the
Okay, I'm
same
going to
time.
trademark my name real quick.
There you go. Um, so, needless to say, this is Quotes with Reddington, and we have our third contestant here, Fairy Godmother. Now, Godmother, we got to have a little bit of a battle beforehand, so you get the gist. I don't need to probably walk you through it, or you want me to walk you through it. I'll give you a choice.
No, you just want me to tell about my stream or how I got
Yeah, you
here?
go ahead. You
How I
you
got
give us,
here?
yeah,
Well,
you give us the lowdown
I
to
am a
who you are,
64-year-old
and
grandmother,
yeah, go
mother
ahead.
and grandmother. And June of last year, I broke my back horseback riding, and I couldn't go anywhere for a month and a half. No, sorry, 2 months. And I was on the POF dating site because I'm single. And I just jumped in the live stream and started boxing up. And I've done stand up. I've done theater for 30 years. So that's where I have a degree in fashion design. I've done costuming for theater. So that's how this got created. But because I'm older, all the streamers were calling, and the people in the comments were calling me Godmother. And then so when I decided to stream, I don't know where fairy came from, but probably my I wanted to wear a tiara. That sort of started. And I do have a featured show, and it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Sunday mornings, and it's so much fun. You should watch it, and then everyone is welcome to come on. It's a lot of fun. But
And I would say I would like to be a contestant when
oh, I
since
know
I'm
you're
off a
on the
very long
list.
week.
Trust me, we're
Yeah,
booking December now.
nice, nice.
Yeah,
Never meet
and I
myself again
got
here.
tons of people from Live Fest for the show. So that was one of my goals, and also so people could meet me in person, because I'm a little bit different when I'm not fairy godmother here. To me, I'm doing a lot of improv. But if you want my quotes, uh, there are to do with the app and what I learned about streaming. Obviously, I face ageism when I do verses, but and I've tried to say this to trolls too, and to everybody: do not judge people until you know their story. And it's kind of like the old "don't judge a book by its cover." However, there's people on here that have a story. There's a reason why they're here. And I actually am bipolar, so I suffer with a mental illness that I work really hard to deal with so that I can, live a happy and normal life, which I do. But so I'm very cognitive of that. And I was terrified of verses until I remembered an old quote that says, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me." And once I did that, verses didn't scare me anymore because I just felt like they're just words. He's some guy behind a camera, because you know the jerks always hide behind the black screen, right? And I've learned little tricks to do to them. You know, I play Thunderstruck full blast and play the drums with my knitting needles because I can play the drums. So those are two. Don't judge a book, or don't judge someone until you know their story. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. And the last one is, we've all had drama. Let it go. Let it go from Frozen. Play that song whenever someone is shit on you and you think that, you know, you're getting sucked in this drama. Play Let It Go and sing it at the top of your lungs and leave it behind. Don't drag drama around with you, and don't drag anybody else's drama with you. Let it go. And there you have it. The wisdom from Fairy Godmother.
The wisdom for fairy godmother. You know, obviously, your story of the bipolar, intrigues me. You know, I would. Well, I've never been tested, and I kind of don't want to be either. But I am a Gemini.
You
know
can't
what
be
comes with
tested.
it.
I'm Gemini too, Reddington.
Oh my gosh! So you know what it's like. You know what I mean? I know you.
I have
Oh,
a
Mark,
lot
yeah.
of people up here.
I would like to say the
I've
same.
spent years in psychotherapy.
I've always told people when
Sorry,
they've
you're
asked
lagging
me.
or I'm lagging.
Oh, it might be me. People have asked me like, "Are you really bipolar?" And I was like, "It makes me a really good actor. How's that? I watch a movie and I can duplicate it." You know, the movie Split was
See, theater, right?
gosh.
Creative, very creative people. Yeah.
That to me, I was like, if he can do it, then I know I can do it. And it's just one of those deals that I think as a Gemini it just comes natural for us. We're the most dangerous sign, and there is a lot of people that don't mess with Geminis just because of that reason.
And we know when people are lying. So don't try and lie to a Gemini.
I would say I can do better with noticing a lie when it doesn't actually involve me. Like if I'm the outsider looking at the story, I can easily identify it. But if someone's lying to me that I actually know, it might take me a little bit to pick it up, but eventually their true colors will always show.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can't really beat a Gemini. And don't try.
And it was great to meet you at Live Fest. And I also met Masterpiece. He held my phone while I danced. And of course, I spent a fair amount of time with Marty because he's came over to the house. And so I'm interested to hear his quotes too. So thank you for having me.
Groovy.
Thank you for having me.
Was Groovy? Did you get to meet Groovy?
Yes, I did get to meet Groovy, and I met her son. I went over in my fairy godmother costume and said, "Do you still believe in fairy godmothers?" And he looked at me kind of like he wanted to say he should say no, but he didn't want to hurt my feelings. I said, "It's okay if you don't." Yeah, it was great to meet you, Groovy, too. She's exactly like she is.
Oh yeah, I got to meet with Groovy, Sabrina, Marty, Emoji J, NorCal, Artman.
They were all at my house.
Oh, that was your house.
Well, NorCal's house. NorCal rented it. We stayed there. Sorry. And DJ Boy, Idol was there. Shogun Joe.
Shotgun Joe.
Well, he goes by Shogun now. King Goober was there. Matthew was there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun at that house. And Groovy, when I have two hands, I'm going to defrost.
You were at the house, Groovy? I must have been asleep. Somebody should have woken me up.
Well, she was there Thursday at least.
I don't know. No, I didn't get there till Friday.
Shotgun.
I kept
Shock.
calling him Shotgun Joe. And man, that guy can snore. He was outside sleeping, and NorCal and I are in a wing down the hall. I thought it was her. And the doors were closed outside and everything. Oh, it was so funny.
He's exposed. Oh
Sorry,
no! Someone reach out to him
exposed.
until he defends
I know
himself, right?
my friend JD's going, oh God, she's doing it again.
You know, that's where you take a sock and you.
Yeah, that doesn't work. No boundaries.
Oh.
Who cares when you're 64? What are they going to do to me?
Oh, wait a second. What about you get the what is it? The cold, or is it a warm pan full of water and you put their hands in it? You know what I'm saying? You ever heard that? I don't know if it works, but that's what I always get told.
I wish I thought of that. But I was asleep. I just thought it was NorCal snoring.
I don't know if it's a true thing or not, but thank you, Fairy
Thank
Godmother.
you.
You know, you had some great quotes. You want to give those 3 quotes one again so we can, that way
Sure.
everyone in here that might have just got here and
Okay, so don't judge someone until you know their story. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me, for verses. And let it go. All of it, the drama, the shit people dump on you. Let it go. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to swear. Sorry. Let it go. Thank you, Reddington. And again, it was lovely to meet you and everybody else.
Yes,
Live
it was
Fest.
such an honor to have you here, on the show. You took time out of everyone's taking time out of their busy streaming schedules. And look, you got to understand, I'm a guy that slaps it together at the end. I was like, I was like, Jay was like, let's just shoot for next week. And I was like, no. I'm determined to make it happen this Friday. And I was like, listen, I got this, well.
Hey,
And then
we
you
all
next
do it, right? We all done it with
know,
our featured shows.
So, I'm hoping to get this thing featured. I did get to talk to, Zach
It'd be
and Chris.
great. I think it's great.
You know,
Thank you, Groovy. Thank you
Well,
so much.
we were talking, and then well, I got misplaced in a folder, and I was like, oh my gosh, is that what happened? Because I was like, well, I haven't heard from you, but it's all good. We got it squared away, and they said, hey, we're interested. So, Fairy Godmother, thank you for your time, and please
Thank
try to stick around so we can crown, see if you're the winner of this thing. You know what I mean? See what happens. Hey, let's get in there. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Groovy. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Groovy. Thank you, everyone that's here. Hey, that's her MO. You got to understand that. She's Fairy Godmother. She's going to be dressed up as Fairy Godmother. So those that are new here, this is Quotes with Reddington. You want to be a part of the show at some point in time, reach out to me, more specifically my admin emoji J, if he's in the comments. But, I have a little more time on my hands. I kind of have a, yeah. Feel free, that's, needless to say, it's, go ahead, look, top gifter of this stream gets the cast 2 votes. For the winner. We're going ahead and kind of have a winner in the comments. We're going to have popular demand, popular vote, and try to bring back all the people, one at a time or group box. I wish we can actually have a total of 6 people in the box since we have 5 contestants. So we'll do our best to do a rotation and, so if I can have my next quoter, OG, a fellow Gemini. A fellow Gemini. Oh my gosh. We have Geminis representing Fairy Godmother, a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. And OG is a Gemini. Oh my gosh. Geminis are representing. Whew.
Can you even see me?
I see you, perfectly fine. I see you just fine. You look beautiful. I know you just had your hair dyed,
It was a disaster. My hair turned orange. It took like 5 hours. It was crazy.
Oh.
But I'm here, barely. I'm here though.
Well, now it looks so. it could took a little bit of time to get it squared away, but the hair is now looking like dynamite, right? Can you give us a little flow with the hair? You know, give it a
Yeah, if
little.
you like curled it, like
Oh,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. You know. All
But
right. I mean, that some of the men here it might be interested already. But we. So okay, OG. You know how this goes a little bit. This is your first. You're not much of actually a streamer. You're more about a person that hangs out in the comments and shows support and loyalty.
I'm a
I've been
boxer.
blessed.
I'm a boxer. I get
And
enough.
I've had many conversations with OG on streaming on the phone. Yeah, she's chill. She understands the madness that goes inside a Gemini's head. She has sometimes played my shrink.
True. Yeah. So you tell me when you want to do the quotes, though. Are you
Well,
going to ask me about
so
myself? I don't
okay.
really.
Let's
Yeah.
we'll do this together for you. You
Okay.
know, so how long you been on the app?
This time, just probably like you were there the very first time when I came right back. So I don't know,
Well, tell us
about
about your
3 months.
first experience on the app. How's that?
Huh?
Tell us about when you first joined the app.
Oh, that was like 3 years ago, and I was a streamer, and then I got in a relationship, so I deleted my profile, and then I'm not in that relationship anymore. And I'm back, but I don't really come here for a person or a relationship, but just to stream because that's I like that. I just respectfully don't do it while I have a boyfriend.
And yeah, that's always one of those more dilemmas on here. That, if you are a streamer, sometimes they. Oh, that's a bonus. Hey, sorry, I got distracted by the flashy lights and the wheels. Streaming and dating, a very difficult sometimes balance, and it's one of those deals that it's a very difficult balance. I wish we're digital bartenders. When we're streaming, we're basically digital bartenders, and some
Virtual,
people have a
yeah.
problem with that. You know how that goes. Um, I think everyone that's a streamer here, some of them are in relationships, some of them aren't. But that balance between streaming and digital bartender and dating, I mean, let's be real. It's in our best interest not to tell anyone that we're dating someone on the app, or it's complicated. You know how that goes. Um, so okay, so your first experience was about 3 years ago, and then you came back after a small break, and yeah.
Yeah, and I'm back, and here I am right now.
And are we able to disclose that you found love yet again, but he's not local?
Yeah, he's just not local, so I'm trying to leave.
I hope it is. I
Right.
hope
Of course, me too.
you know
Me too. Me
because
too.
it's a heck of a move. It's a heck of a move. Who's
Don't
going to be
delete
my
your
shrink?
profile again.
Who's going to be my shrink? Who's going to be my late night conversations? Oh my gosh. So you joined originally for what? Dating, I imagine, or
No.
just conversation.
Oh, originally, I guess just to see like what was going on here. Like, see, kind of for dating. I wasn't like particularly like, oh, I wasn't like desperate to date. I just was like, well, let me just see what this is about. And so I did that. But then about 2-3 days in, I saw someone. I went to the live button and saw someone streaming, and they were super cool. It was a chick. She's still on here. I got to go see her because since I've been back, I haven't. But yeah, she was like, oh, you can do this too. Like me and a guy were in there. She's like, you can do this too. It's so fun. You can just do this. And me and him were like, yeah, we're gonna do this. So we started doing it. It was so fun. I had like a following like everybody else has. I clicked the button and there's like, instantly 30 people right there that I see like every day. It was pretty cool. But
That's fantastic. So now, I mean, you're not much of a, you're more of like a boxer these days, and I would you be interested in doing more shows that if you got invited?
like this?
Yeah.
I mean, I would if as long as I can. But
Well, I mean, I know there's a couple people here in the comments that have shows. I know we're always looking for, a lot of times, sometimes people fall out, last second fall out, and someone up deck comes up, and there's always an opportunity. So if you know, you could be available if somebody reached out to. Is that what
oh,
is
I'm
that what
always
we're
here
hearing?
to help. So if I can, I help anyone always. So
Perfect. Well, you have some material prepared for us.
yeah, I got some quotes here. So the first one I have is every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And that's
We'll
Oscar
mute
Wilde.
myself and give you the bigger box. So go
Oh,
ahead and feel free to drop your quotes so everyone hears you loud and
can I just tell all of them? Just like, okay. Okay, so my first quote is every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And that's Oscar Wilde. And do I talk about this quote now or do I just go to the next one? I mean, there's not a lot to say about it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I thought it was super dope and super deep because it's facts, and I just like the way he said it. So it's true. All of us have a past, no matter how. It didn't have to be the worst ever, but we all have something, and it might be a good past. Who knows? But in every one that messes up, you can't keep. The stain doesn't have to last forever. You can change your life. Every day is another chance. So that's that quote. And I have humility. Thank you. Not my words, but thank you. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. That's C.S. Lewis. So humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. I think that's dope too, because humility is like everything, that and respect. Then I have, this one, you guys listen to this one. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's Lao Tzu, I guess you say it, the guy that wrote The Art of War. The same guy. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'll say it again. Time is a created thing. Like time is a man-made, like a made-up thing. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. Well, it's Lao though, L-A-O, and then same. The last name is no. That's the one that did Art of War. I'm so sorry. They're just so close. It's like this. Yeah, that's my bad. So this is they're just so close. This is my bad. But let's see. Yeah, can I just do 3 or do I have to do more?
if you got a couple more, go ahead. Feel free.
Well, I mean, I have one more in the
Go ahead. Please read it.
This one is Confucius. It's life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Because like I totally agree in that. Most things are so easy. People mess everything up. So like I literally live like that. Like all of these things, like I live like, that's why I guess I chose them, because I'm a very simple person. Like I'm so easy, so simple, so laid back and easygoing. Like I don't have all the problems the rest of the world. I live in this little bubble. Thank you. So as long as it's not affecting this little bubble, like I'm very unbothered. So that's just a little bit about me for those that don't know me. But yeah, life is really simple. We insist on making it complicated. Confucius.
And those are beautiful quotes. We're going to give them quick 4 rundowns one more time and just get right to it.
Yeah, I'll just read them. Okay. So every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. That's Oscar Wilde. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. That one's C.S. Lewis. time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's we're gonna say Lao Tzu. And life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, and that's Confucius.
Those were fantastic quotes. You know, that you know,
Didn't
every,
he write? Wait, didn't he write the Alice in Wonderland? I think maybe I might be way wrong. You see, I was wrong on the last guy. So,
I know
um,
that the name C.S. Lewis, The Lion, the
oh,
Witch, and
Lion
the
Witch in the
Wolf. I was
Wardrobe.
gonna say I know he had some more
I knew it
stuff.
was something like dope. I
Yeah,
just
they
couldn't.
were good movies, and I didn't read the books, but
Yeah,
you know,
I I like reading now, but I didn't when I was younger.
yeah, the Narnia, yes, the
Mhm.
Narnia movies, absolutely. They were actually quite. I thought they were pretty good. There's no denying. Uh, OG, you definitely had some good ones there. The hair looks fantastic. I mean, come on, whoa. You know, if I had hair like that, maybe I wouldn't be wearing a hat all the time. But then again, it might have different results too. But I
My
don't know
hair was a
that.
lot longer, and it was just brown. So
I know
thank
that hair.
you.
So
I went
it
through a
is.
lot for this groovy because, like I said, it turned my hair legit turned orange, and she was freaking out. She's like, "I've never had this happen." She had to bleach my hair a few times. She was scared to death to fry my hair, and then she had to tone it a few times. She put like probably 20 different products in my hair, but finally it did this. So, and I made it. So,
And this is why I don't dye my hair. I tried it one time and I was just like, "What'd you do?" It doesn't even look like it. OG, thank you so much for your time. And good quotes. I think a lot of people like them. You had some good ones there. Top gifter of the show during this gets to have 2 votes, popular demand, popular vote. OG could be in the running for the title. OG, thank you for your time. If you could please
thank you.
vacate my
Everybody did
box.
good. Thank you. Do I
Up
leave?
next, yeah, go ahead and hit that button so I don't have to. Otherwise, I might, fat finger it. When I want to do that. Groovy on top at the moment. Oh. This is quotes of Reddington, and I know our 5th contestant is in the comments. I saw him enter in. I didn't want to, say Marty Party's here, but I know he's here. And with that being said, we're going to bring in our 5th contestant. He's been a contestant before. I think he's might be able to. He's interested in that title. Why not? He's got a lot of titles out in the belt already. Um, I got the honor of meeting Marty at Live Fest and BSing with him in his room for about an hour and a half while we were trying to get his safe fixed. That was pretty funny. I still chuckle
Hey,
about getting
hi,
his
Reddington.
safe
Sorry, I was
fixed.
just eating. I just got home from work. I was just having some dinner. So
Oh, you're fine. That's why, we're running a little behind. We didn't start right at 7, so you're fine. You're fine, Marty. That's why, we're running a little behind. I was giving you plenty of time.
all right.
But the Live Fest rooms were certainly interesting. I think a little bit everyone had some sort of issue with a room, but
Yep.
they did get there quickly to try to address it. The keywords would be try.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, Marty eventually did get his safe fixed, but after the fact.
Yeah. By the time they fix it, I didn't need it anymore. I just needed it the first day. That was so funny when that guy came and he was trying to fix the safe. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
He had batteries. He was taking the board apart. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just like, maybe it's like a plug and it's not plugged in or something.
Wow.
It was quite an adventure there. That was quite funny. You were finishing up work,
Yeah.
and we were trying to get the safe fixed, and it was quite funny.
Thank you. Thanks 420B. Thank you.
Well, Marty, so I
Thank
think
you.
almost everyone knows you at this point in time.
Yeah.
Does anybody need? Oh, Marty, feel free to introduce yourself once again. I think most people should know you by now.
Yeah, so everybody, I've been streaming on Meet Me right when the pandemic started, March 17th of 2020. I started out as a streamer, but I was a heavy gifter. Became a Black VIP within a couple days, and maintained Black VIP for 10 months until I got my top badge middle of January of 2021. And I've been streaming ever since. And at one time, it was my full-time job, just streaming. Now I work full-time. I still stream several hours every day and a lot on the weekends. And for a while, I was giving tips on how to stream, doing classes. I know there are other streamers who do that as well, but that's how people got to know me when I first started on the app back in March of 2020.
Oh, I like the music in the background, to be honest with you, Jay.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
Marty.
oh, do you want me to
No,
turn it
no, I
down?
like it.
I have the music on for my cat. My mom
Yeah,
left, and my cat
go ahead.
needs
I
this.
think it's
Yeah.
fine. You know,
Oh,
I like it myself. You
okay.
know. So Marty, you know, we got your experience on here, and you
Yeah.
know, you now have you know, you now do, you know, backed off a little bit of stream, but you're still putting in plenty of time.
Yeah.
And you know, we got to meet. That was a lot of fun. We've known each other on and off the app when, gosh, you know, shortly after you started. I mean,
Uh-huh.
uh, I think when we first knew each other, you had just gotten like your gifting level, like 100 or 110. And I took a screen recording of you sent the first couple of cars. That was like, you know, something like that. I sent you the DMs and a screenshot of it. So,
First couple of what cars?
yeah, it was like a 110 gift or the 100 gift,
Oh, I
something
think
like
the
that.
level 100 gift was my Marty party gift. Can we let me turn this off? It's kind of noisy. Sorry, guys.
I like
That's
this.
okay.
So,
It was more. No, it got to the talking part. I guess it's like
oh,
explore music, less music, more talking. Unfortunately.
understood, understood.
Yeah. So I got level 100 was your custom gift. I thought I met
Yes,
you in Fake Streamer stream.
yes, absolutely.
And
Good
yeah,
old fake streamer 2.0, C, and
yeah,
she's good people. My understanding, she found love and married
yeah.
one
She
of her
found love. Yeah,
supporters.
yeah.
You know,
Yep, exactly. She wound up getting married, but I remember I would call you Paddington instead of Reddington.
Addington.
and then
Yes, yes.
and then she'd correct me every time in my stream.
You know, for those that are new here, this is quote with Reddington. The top gifter of the stream gets the cast 2 votes. This is done by popular vote. It's difficult to do. Not there isn't a way to do it on the app with you know, with a poll and multiple names. We've had them look into it. It's something they could look into. Um, well, Marty, we got to know who you are. We got to know. You got shows coming up? You don't you
Yeah,
host something?
I have this show called No Picture Carlos. I didn't do it the last couple of weeks because of Live Fest, and even yesterday, people were just coming back from Live Fest trying to settle in.
Yep.
It was a show that NorCal helped me develop, and Emoji J has been really instrumental on it as well, doing the music, the introductions, and it's where I have 3 contestants that try to guess the mystery guest that doesn't have a picture, and it's either Carlos, Carlos Jr., or Carlos Sr., and they can only ask yes or no questions. And Carlos doesn't talk; he just does 1 knock for yes or 2 for no. It's a really simple show, but people seem to like it. Yeah.
Simple concept, but it sounds
Yeah.
interesting. Maybe one day I could be a contestant. You
Well,
know,
if you
so
remember, yeah, if
I
you
would.
want to be a contestant, reach out to Emoji J or to NorCal.
Oh yeah, and you know, Emoji J. If you guys don't know, he's the admin of the show as
Mhm.
well. Emoji J is a hard-working guy. As far as he will
Yeah.
really plug a show and do a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
You know, Marty, I'm going to go ahead and silence myself. If you have some material prepared, go ahead and
Yeah,
do it.
you kind of asked me last minute today. I didn't get a chance to uh, prepare too much, but I did find one quote that I really liked, and it's one of my favorite people of all time. Big historian, very famous person as far as founding our country, Benjamin Franklin, and he came up with this quote. I saw it on the internet, and it goes like this: "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I remember. Involve me, and I learn." So I really like this because you can relate it to a lot of different things. So yeah. I remember from playing chess, from wrestling, and even from streaming. You know, it's like somebody tells you how to do something, you're not going to remember. They just tell us that, like when you just picture chess with my, people tell you how the pieces move. You're really not gonna understand. You're not gonna remember. If they're teaching you, you might remember, but are you really learning? It's not unless you just play game after game. You're playing against the person who's teaching you. And when you used to teach people how to play chess, that's how I would do it. I mean, I would have them involved in the game. Same thing with streaming. We want me to repeat the quote again? Yeah, it goes, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And when you focus on streaming, I know that there are a lot of streamers on the app who teach you how to stream, but that's really not enough. They got to involve you in streaming. See, like if they are actually hanging out in your stream, if they involve you in their stream, that is really how you're learning. There's so much stuff, and a lot of times people come into my stream, I just tell them, do this, do this, do this, do this. They totally forget. And even when I'm teaching them, it doesn't really work. But when I did the Apprentice show, and that's something that I might bring back, NorCal wants me to do the Apprentice, where you're actually involving them in the app by having them go into certain situations, and you're working with them one-on-one. And that is really the best way, to do it. And when I got on the app, I knew Reddington, as I mentioned, from Fake Streamer's stream, and I would hang out in her stream an entire day. As long as she's on, I'd be in there. And she would involve me in her stream. She would involve me in her comments. She would work with me. I would see everything, that she was doing. And, when she would come into my stream, in the beginning, not so much, but later on, when she appreciated me more, she would come into my stream. She would actually see everything that's going on, and she would involve me, with the conversation. So that's really when you have like a good mentor, they're working with you hand in hand. They're not just teaching you stuff. That's why whenever we take classes online, it's very hard. Even when you go to school, you're taking classes. But if you have a class where you're actually basing it on practical experience, and you're sharing your day-to-day experience, with your instructor, you're working with him or her hand in hand. That's really how you learn things. So that's kind of why I just happened to stumble across this quote. And yeah, that's why I think you can really relate it to anything, whether you are the person who is trying to learn something, or the one who's trying to teach someone so they can learn. I mean, great quote. Thank you, Groovy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I can, if someone gives me a textbook and says, hey, this is how you learn how to do it, I'm not very good at learning it that way. But if you have me actually do it with you, like,
Right.
hey, give me the tool,
Right.
hey, how do you change a tire, or how do you, fix this
Yeah.
sink, give me the tool and say, hey, do this, 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 and that, and we do it together. And that way, hey, I'm going to do that. I'll remember that more because I did the hands-on. But reading it and interpreting it from a book has never been my strong point. I know some people can do it that way.
Right.
And they're like, they hand you that online piece and like, hey, here's your online class, and just do it that way. And I'm just like, I don't know how people handled the COVID, schooling, because that was essentially what happened for a lot of people.
Right. And the difference I like about this quote is that Benjamin Franklin is differentiating between remembering and learning. Like, how many of you people had to take a test and you studied and you remembered the answers to the test so that you can pass it? Like, you remembered all the capitals of all the states, for the exam, but did you really learn it? So you just kind of have to think, because learning it would be like way down the road. You could still remember, or you could learn like how to remember things. It's like
Yeah, I always remember in
mnemonics.
school doing it like as a rhyming or like a song. They would
Right, that's learning exactly because you were involved. They're involving you,
right,
coming up
you
with the
know.
song. That's how you really learn things.
Yeah, I remember those things like like you did it with like a beat, and that way it was
Mm.
easier to like implant into your head. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I don't know
Yeah.
what they would exactly call that type of learning, but I remember that was one of the easier remembering tools of things, if that makes sense.
No,
You know,
yeah,
the
definitely.
hands on, and that was a pretty good quote, Marty. That was a
Oh,
good
thank
one.
you. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you have to also understand everybody here that's here. It was a last minute fill-in. Jay was
Yeah.
like, let's just do it next Friday. And I was like, no, I'm determined, and
Ooh,
so
bonus.
Marty, do you want to stay in the box so as you bring in our contestants and try to rotate people around so I can bring all five in so we can
Okay.
get all
Okay.
five to
Okay.
enter the box, can we get our contestants to enter the box? All right. All right. At the moment we have, it
Who's
looks
Red
like
Bazaar?
we have, uh, Groovy as the number one. And
Hey,
we're going to try to
OG
our best
Coco.
to get a, cycle here and bringing people in. We're getting all of our people in here.
Hey, Vampy. Hey, OG Coco.
Okay, and Masterpiece, you're not going to be left out. I promise. We'll get a rotation. They can't have more than five.
Hey, Fairy
But
Godmother.
don't you dare freak. Masterpiece, who led the charge.
Hey, IOG.
Okay, okay. We're going to take things a little out of order here.
Okay.
Yes, Masterpiece. We're going to offer a rotation here, and
Okay.
all right. So if we can have Groovy. It looks like you're going to be the number one gifter of this stream. You will get to cast 2 votes. And now you can cast it on one person twice, or you can spread the love and see, you know. Can we begin with Master? Well, I'd say since Masterpiece isn't in this cycle here, we're going to bring him back, right? So I want to say, what, Vampy 1 second, right? Yep, Vampy 1 second. So in this case, we'll say Vampy votes for Vampy. Help her out. She had beautiful quotes. The prepared. Can we get some? I know getting everyone to stick around for the whole hour is the tough part. I will cast a vote on the Vampy at least. I get to have a vote, and I vote for Vampy. Hey, we got 2 votes. I ain't voting. Wait, you're not going to vote? I love them all. Oh, but we
So
might
then
need
why
you
did
to
you want to be the
determine
number
vote.
one gifter to cast 2 votes if you're not voting them?
Yeah, I won't choose. Well, we're
Groovy.
gonna need some help from the audience here. It's an audience
It's
participation.
it's a defense move. They didn't want
Okay,
any. They wanted it
oh,
level.
Oh,
bragging
she didn't
rights,
know. Oh, she
bragging
didn't know
rights.
that was the prize. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's bragging rights. It's bragging rights.
She didn't know it.
Bragging
The prize is
rights.
she gets to vote for 2 things.
Oh, oh,
Oh, you
oh.
got to vote,
Ooh,
Reddington.
Marty.
No, which
No,
right? You're right. Oh no,
Reddington.
she votes for Reddington.
Well, I did give the Hunger Games quote, "May the odds be forever in your favor." Okay, so we at least have
Oh no, Marty.
The guy
the
with
guy
no
with no
hat.
hat.
Oh,
Whoa,
me. Okay,
Marty.
Sophie votes for me.
See, I said Marty.
Well, hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Oh, I thought
We're
she was
going out
talking
of
about
order
Reddington.
here. We're going out of order.
Well,
We're
sometimes it depends on how you look at it.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we at least have we're going to make sure everyone has a vote. That's the very minimum. So Vampy, you have at least 1 vote. Okay. Perfect. All right. That's the important thing. Fairy Godmother, you're the godmother to everyone on the app, as you had said. So do we have any votes for Fairy Godmother in her dealing with the trolls? There's got to be someone in there that, dealing with the trolls is very important. And, the sticks and stones may break my bones, And, all right. So, Vampy, I'm going to drop you off temporarily to see if Masterpiece is in the. Masterpiece, are you requesting the box? I got to make sure. If he is requesting the box, is he here still? Masterpiece. Is there Masterpiece? Masterpiece. Yes, yes. Okay, Vampy, I'm going to temporarily drop you off, okay?
All right.
All right, we got. All right, we're gonna bring in Masterpiece. Yes, I want to make sure he gets in here. So we at least have one vote for Vampy. I'm gonna make sure everyone gets a vote at very minimum. Masterpiece, he was right here. He was the first contestant to give us some words, and he was the top gifter. And Vampy came
How do
in, and
people vote? Sophie wants to know.
oh, you just when we
Do
get
you
to the
want to
name,
vote for Marty?
we when we get to the vote, we're gonna put a
Okay.
put a comment in there. So we got at least one vote for Vampy. I want to make sure everyone gets a vote here because there's no reason why not everyone can't.
Okay.
Everyone took time out of their busy schedule here. So I want to miss King and Mr. Quotes. She had some good ones, Huckleberry Finn and I Want You to Be My Neighbor. You know, can we get Masterpiece? Now, Groovy, you missed his quotes, so I'll give you an opportunity. Do contestants count? Yes, yes, yes.
No, do contestants vote? So you can vote.
Absolutely. I'm a guy that allows anyone to vote.
Yeah, but everybody would vote for themselves.
No,
No, I wasn't
wanna
gonna vote. Oh no, I didn't know we could vote for ourselves. I wasn't voting for myself.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
So you
most
vote?
people
You
aren't
cast
even
your
voting
vote
for
already?
themselves. Most people aren't even voting for themselves. I want to make that clear.
Oh, okay.
So, Masterpiece, can
I
we
didn't
get
hear anyone
vote?
else's quote.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna vote for myself.
No, me
No,
either.
that's the wonderful thing. Most people aren't. So don't be, by all means, you can spread the love. I want to make sure everyone at least gets a vote. Everyone's taking time in the busy schedule. We have votes for Masterpiece. He came in, gave us the first quotes. And for those that missed it, Masterpiece, you want to go ahead and go the rundown for those?
Sure. The first one was as my network grows, so grows my net worth. Second one was
interesting. Yeah.
don't just tell your dream, achieve it and show your stream. And the third one is teamwork makes the stream work.
It's clever. They're all
Teamwork
like
makes the stream work.
related
Oh, you
to-
made
Yeah,
that up yourself?
And for the record, those are all copyrighted quotes.
I'd like
So
to
those are
vote
all your
for
own
We're gonna be
quotes.
putting
That's
them on
really good.
merch.
myself. I'll
Excellent,
vote for
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Sorry, Marty. You already got 2 votes.
Yeah. Okay. That was pretty good for those that. Okay. We got. That was at least what? 2
M could be
votes?
for me or it could be for Masterpiece. You have to be more. Oh, Marty.
look, well,
No,
already.
she's in love with
Yeah, we're gonna do
Okay,
Masterpiece.
she was
Votes for
for me.
Masterpiece, please. Votes for Masterpiece. Those that just got here. We'll say you can't vote for yourself. Spread the love.
Okay.
All right, I won't cheat and vote with my lurker either.
I approve of some action.
Sorry, your
bro,
English is
you know.
your English is perfect, Sophie.
Yeah, I
I
was gonna
love
say,
that, Marty.
okay. So can we go once again? Votes for Masterpiece. We need the votes tallied right now. We need so far
I
we got
voted for
Vampy with 1.
Masterpiece.
Fairy
Oh, thank you,
Godmother's
Fairy
got 1.
Godmother.
Who's any other votes for Masterpiece? There was a couple people that
King
King.
Goober did.
King,
Hey,
like,
MP
Goober.
could be Masterpiece or Marty Party, so
So
please spell
King
it out.
Goober, you voted twice
Oh, wait,
now,
yeah.
and you didn't vote for
Dang.
me. You're
Oh yeah,
dead.
you can only vote once, sir. Once.
Look, y'all aren't allowed to be in the same contest anymore. No,
Now we got 3 MPs in the room.
Masterpiece. We're doing votes for Masterpiece. 1 vote, please. 1 vote. I will at least vote for Masterpiece if we can't get anyone else to vote for. Wait, Fairy Godmother.
Fairy Godmother voted for Masterpiece.
Okay, 2 votes for Masterpiece.
Okay.
And
All right.
typical
Yeah,
voted
remember,
for.
guys, you can only vote once, please. I know this is an honor system. Okay. Fairy Godmother. Yes, Groovy, twice. You got the rules. Okay.
I didn't
Fairy
figure out
Godmother.
what it- What's Fairy Godmother?
Fairy Godmother. Fairy Godmother. How many votes for Fairy Godmother?
What was her
need
quote,
at
though?
least.
I wanna
Yeah,
hear
go
it.
ahead.
Yeah.
She was dealing with the trolls.
Here, what's your quote, Fairy Godmother?
Pardon?
What
These are
was your
My quotes were, "Don't judge a person until you know their story. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me." That's to do with versing.
Okay.
And then the drama, Let It Go from Frozen.
Definitely.
Okay. Very good.
Okay. Okay. I want to make sure everyone at least gets a vote. There's no reason not to. Everyone, you know. Okay. Votes for Fairy Godmother, and I will allow the contestants to vote for the other contestants as long as you don't vote for yourself.
Okay.
All right.
That's the rule. Okay.
Do I do it in the
So-
comments or just say it right now?
You can say it right
Yeah,
now if you
the
want to.
Yeah, I vote
Or,
for
you
Fairy
know.
Godmother.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
You can vote
sweet,
for Fairy
Coco.
Godmother.
Thank you.
Okay, we got at least
Yeah.
Marty. Did you say?
But I
Fairy
didn't hear
Godmother?
I didn't hear OG Coco's vote quote either. So it's kind of hard for me to see which one I like better because I didn't hear
Okay.
all three of them.
Well, how
So that's
about?
why I.
Does
That's
he want me
fine.
to say them right
Can she
now?
say her quote and then I can decide
Go ahead. Go
who-
ahead.
if
Go
I
ahead.
like
That's
OG
fair.
Coco's or Fairy Godmothers?
Yeah,
I should have done that before Masterpiece did his.
And
too.
even the same thing with Vampy. Maybe we'll bring her back after
Yeah, Vampy. I didn't hear her quote.
I can go out.
Masterpiece.
Yeah, and then we
said-
can like everything can like quote like
Yeah, it's
revote
hard
on
to-
it.
it's hard to
Quick
compare.
rundown here real
Yeah.
quick.
Okay.
Okay.
This could even be a format in the future. That way,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. That's what I thought it should have been last. That's why I didn't vote on the last
that's
time because
fine.
I didn't
You
see
know,
everybody.
We're learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So like a recap. So I have 4, but I'll go quickly.
Okay.
So every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. That's Oscar Wilde.
I like that
I
one.
talked about them when it was my turn, but I'm gonna just read them.
Okay. Okay.
So humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. And that's C.S. Lewis.
I
Yes,
like it.
it's deep. These are deep. I like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So number 3 is, and thank you for the gifts. So time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. And that's Lao Tzu. I'm gonna say his last name is Laotzu. And my last one is life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated, and that's Confucius.
Okay.
Those are good. All right,
That's good.
Masterpiece. I'm gonna drop you down for a second to bring in
I
Vampy.
never heard Vampy's.
Just let me vote
Yeah.
for Coco.
But you didn't hear
You got a
Vampy's.
vote for Coco?
Okay.
And now I'll
Okay.
leave.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me hear Vampy's.
okay.
and then
Oh,
I'll-
someone just dropped. Oh, it was Fairy Godmother. Okay, we're gonna bring Vampy in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Vampy,
we got at
what's your
least one vote for Coco. Oh, and anyone else want to vote for Coco here?
Well, I may or may not. It depends on what.
He wants to
Vampy's
hear
quote is.
hers, and then
Yeah, I have to
That's
hear
fair.
Vampy's
That's
quote.
fair.
There we
Yeah, this could be a future format. You know, we're all,
Right.
you know, we're all learning what works best.
go. Okay.
Okay. So my first quote is, when you give joy to other people, you get joy in return. You should give a good thought to happiness that you can give out. That's by Eleanor Roosevelt.
Okay.
Okay, so my second quote is, stay away from those people who try to disperse your ambitions. Small minds will always do that, but great minds will give you a feeling that can become great too. That's by Mark Twain.
Okay. Oh,
And
nice.
then my last quote is, there are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind. The second way is to be kind. And the third way is to be kind. And that's by Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, nice.
Yep, that was the Mr. Rogers quote. Okay, so all right, Marty, you want to say your quote real quick? That way, you know, that way in case
I
anyone
had
missed
the
it.
one. Mine was, tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn, and that was by Benjamin Franklin.
Okay. Because this might be the way to do it as well.
Yeah.
One, you know, what we can do is do one round of
Okay.
quotes, you know,
Yeah.
winner, and then there could be a future format. Hey, we could
Yeah,
try
I
to.
think if you had
You
4
could always
people instead of
recap
5
because-
people, it'll be better, and then you can have everybody in the box all at once.
Yep.
yeah, I would recap because people come in just randomly and they're like,
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, so I'm not going to participate. So
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
I like Vampy's quotes, and she has some very good people who quote.
Okay.
Especially yeah. Mr.
All right, so
Rogers.
we're gonna. I know
Yeah,
everyone's in
guess
the
my vote to
comment. You
Vampy.
know,
I like it.
Groovy, you have a pretty powerful tip. So All right, we have at least one vote for fairy godmother. She dropped out. She got at least a vote.
Yeah.
Did I miss any votes that was for her? I mean, I have I can vote myself. Okay, so masterpiece.
Hey.
Okay, we got masterpiece for released. Didn't someone else vote
Sophie
for
voted for
masterpiece as
me.
well?
Thank you, Sophie.
Any votes?
Yeah.
I know there was at least one or two votes for masterpiece.
Fairy godmother,
Maybe you
typical
should get like a
KC,
chalkboard, and
and
then you should just tally it.
Yeah, we're learning as we go.
Yeah.
So I think that was maybe been three
And,
total.
yeah.
He had 2 or 3, I know for sure. So
Okay, we'll say
Somebody
it was-
just voted for me.
Yep. Okay.
Kingy's secret lover.
Okay. So
we have a
Ken.
vote for Vampy.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
King
At least
Goober.
one for Vampy.
No, I voted for Vampy, and then King
Two.
Goober voted for Vampy.
That's
Yeah.
two.
Else
That's
vote for
two.
Vampy.
Two. Okay. So it's a two, and all right. OG votes for OG. I'm going to give my vote to OG. At
I
minimum.
had Groovy, and then I had one more person. Hold on, I'll tell you who it was. It was Zen Kitty. I got to vote Coco.
Oh, Sophie says Vampy versus Marty. Thank you.
I got Zen Kitty. Oh, a few, yeah, Zen Kitty and
That could
Groovy
even be an
voted for me.
interesting
Unless Zen
concept,
Kitty changed their mind.
That could be an interesting concept.
Yeah, like
That
you
could
could
be.
have like a heads up. Whoever the top two people are, then you can
Yeah.
have them go and research like another quote.
Oh, okay.
It's all about keeping the show fresh. Okay.
I got
So-
one vote. I got a vote, one vote from
Five-way
Groovy.
tie. Yeah, everybody's a winner, Zen Kitty. Here we go.
That's right. I'd like everyone to be a winner. Hey, we all say everyone was
Participation award.
Participation
Hey,
award.
that's what the society has preached to us nowadays, right? With a wink.
No child left behind. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, Zen Kitty voted for Coco.
Zen Kitty. Okay. Zen Kitty got. So we got some votes for OG, and then votes for
I
Mark.
voted for Coco.
Wait, Zen voted for two people.
Yeah, somebody
One
said
vote,
Zen
one vote,
Kitty
one
voted
vote.
for Fairy Godmother. But I don't
Yeah.
think we counted that vote even. I never saw it, but you have to ask
I
them.
voted for Fairy
I don't know. I
Godmother.
think it's confused. I think you need to like have like a board or sheet of paper and then write
Agreed.
everybody's name on it, and then
Yeah,
right
the people
next
that are
to it,
voting.
you have to write down who they
Agreed.
voted for.
Or an admin in the comments that's keeping track.
But it's too hard now. But you need to kind of write it.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's not necessary for this time, but for the next time.
Yeah, for the next time we'll get it. It's all
Yeah.
about improving.
Right. Like
and,
me, I don't need to win. Like
This
I'm
is just
okay.
for fun. I mean,
Yeah, it's just for fun
Exactly.
to me.
I did get yelled at one time by someone who didn't win, and I was like,
I mean,
Wow.
I'm always a winner, so whether I win the
Right.
show or not, it's all G.
Who is the winner?
Okay.
Yes, I don't know. we
so
don't know.
at the
Sophie.
moment, do we have votes for Marty? Votes for Marty.
Thank you.
Oh, I think
votes
Marty
for
won.
Marty.
Thank you, Groovy.
Sophie.
We got Sophie.
I got Sophie and
420.
420B. That's two.
And Groovy, you have one other. I'm voting twice, please, twice. You have two
Yeah,
votes.
voting gets Groovy gets 2 votes.
Two votes.
Sophie.
And I think she casted one on an OG.
Oh, she needs 3.
Maybe
Maybe
no, I
you
need
can
3
borrow
votes.
one from another time. Maybe if you like.
Groovy
on the
voted
time
for
of-
Marty.
Oh,
So that's 3 at least.
I voted
she
for
voted
all
for
but
you
twice
and
for
Mark.
Vampy.
She had 2
So
votes.
it's
She
like the
voted
same
for
thing
you
then.
and
You're basically voting for Vampy. If you
I got 3.
Right. You cancel them out. Come on now.
At minimum.
Sophie votes 3 for Marty. So Marty's got like 18
No,
points
please
now.
stop being hectic. Okay, listen. Marty's got
Groovies,
3
come
votes.
on
OG has 3 votes. Masterpiece has 3 votes. We got a 3-way tie there. I know that for a fact. All right. Oh man, we're gonna. I think we're gonna have to crown off. We're gonna have to
Did
make.
Vampy vote?
Yep, Vampy.
Yeah, Vampy, you get to vote. There you go.
I voted Fairy Godmother.
Fairy Godmother. I think that at least
Oh,
brings
okay.
her up
I did
to
Oh, so
too.
that
3
makes
as
her
well.
the winner. So you voted yourself out.
So
Oh,
I
no.
think-
Oh, so she won. Fairy Godmother won?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure
I think it's like a
Godmother
5-way tie. I think everyone got almost the same
Well,
amount of
won. It
votes.
was, but then Vampy cast the deciding vote. So congratulations, Fairy Godmother.
Marty, thank you for the accounting work. You were on top of it. Okay, Fairy Godmother is the winner this week.
Yay,
Okay.
Fairy Godmother. Yay. There we
Go
go.
Fairy.
Is she still in here?
I don't know, Fairy Godmother.
Still in here.
Get your
Fairy God.
prize.
Hey!
Yay,
Fairy Godmother, please come into the box and claim the title of this
Yes,
week's
yay,
episode.
Fairy Godmother.
And thank you everyone that participated.
Okay,
I know
thank
it got a
you.
little
I'll be back
hectic,
up.
you know.
I'm
And
sorry.
it-